this way.
Well, it's just too bad the new president has such a clumsy daughter. That's all I can say. Try and be a lady.
I know, that's been said 100 billion times.
For goodness, where's Henry? He was here a minute ago. Henry!
I'll make a yell! I'll make a yell like another yell! Henry! What is this? Put down that slingshot!
That's right, young man. There are too many people in this world as it is. Everybody's getting in the way, except oneself.
All I wanted to do was have some fun.
Nobody can touch my chair. Not without I allowing him to. Now you get away from me, you hear? You get away fast!
What were you doing, Henry?
Everybody's always getting mad. Everyone's always trying to push me around. I'll show them. I'll show them!
Give me the slingshot.
I won't. I wish I weren't here. I wish I weren't anywhere.
Now, let's not go getting all excited. I declare I don't know what we're going to do with you. Put your slingshot in your pocket and don't go taking hold of things that don't belong to you.
After this, you can stay home. I wash my hands of you.
Now, let's everybody just forget about it. Let's all take a good breath of sea air and calm down. Who was that you spoke to, George?
Nobody, Maggie. Just the man who ran against me in the election.
The man who ran against you in the election? And my husband didn't speak to you, and he never will speak to you.
Now, Maggie.
After those lies you told about him in your speeches, lies, that's what they were.
Mama, everybody's looking at you. Everybody's laughing at you.
If you must know, my husband's a saint, a downright saint, and you're not fit to speak to him on the street.
Now, Maggie, that's enough of that.
Oh, George Edgebush, you're a perfect worm. If you won't stick up for yourself, then I will.
Mama, you act just awful in public.
Well, I must say I quite enjoyed it. I only wish his wife had been there to hear it. Now, come on, children, what do you want to do?
Mama, can I ride one of those chairs? Papa, I want to ride one of those chairs.
No, sir. If you're tired, just sit down here. We have no money to go spending on foolishness.
Oh, I guess we have money enough for a thing like that. It's one of the things you do in Atlantic City.
Oh, we have. I tell you, it's a wonder my children have shoes to stand up in. I didn't think I'd live to see the day they were pushed around in chairs.
We're on vacation, aren't we? We have a right to some treats, I guess. Maggie, someday you're gonna drive me crazy.
All right, go. But you can give me $1 right in my hand. You mark my words, a rainy day is coming. I feel it in my bones. There's a rainy day ahead of us. Go on, throw your money around. I can starve. I've starved before. I know how.
Hey, George. How are ya? Oh, I see about the whole family along here.
What do you mean by that?
I tell you, Maggie, there's a limit to what a man can stand. Haven't I worked enough? Don't I get any vacation? Can I give my children so much as a ride in a roller chair?
Anyway, it's going to rain soon and you have your broadcast to make.
Now, I'm warning you, Maggie. A man can only stand a family just so long. Warning you.
Why, George? How can you say such a thing? You have the best family in the whole world.
Good morning, Miss Fairweather.
Who on earth was that you spoke to, George?
Nobody, Maggie. Just Shepherd, go down.
What? What? I can't understand you.
Mama, wasn't she beautiful?
Papa, introduce her to me.
Now, children, just be quiet a minute while I ask your father a very simple question. Who did you say it was, George?
Just a friend of mine. A very nice, refined girl.
I'm waiting.
Maggie, that's the girl I gave the prize to in the beauty contest. That's Miss Atlantic City in 2009.
Well, it looked like Sabina to me.
Mama, the lifeguard knows her too. Mama, the lifeguard knows her well.
Henry, come and sit over here. She's a very nice girl in every way, and the sole support of her aged mother.
So was Sabina, and it took a wall of ice to open your eyes about Sabina. Henry, come over here.
She's a a very different matter from Sabina. Miss Fairweather is a college graduate, Phi Beta Kappa.
Henry, come here by Mama. Gladys,
Reduced circumstances have required her taking a position as hostess in a bingo parlor. But there isn't a girl with higher principles in the country.
All right, George. I'm glad to know there are such superior girls working in bingo parlors. Henry, I haven't seen a whale yet.
Oh, and she speaks 7 languages, and she has more culture in her little finger than you've applied in a lifetime.
Now let's just forget about it. Henry, what's that?
What is it, Papa?
What? That's the storm signal. One of those black discs means bad weather, 2 means storm, 3 means hurricane, and 4 means the end of the world.
Oh, goodness, I'm going this very minute to buy you all some raincoats.
Mama, don't go yet. I like sitting this way. And the ocean coming in and coming in. Papa, don't you like it?
Well, do you know, I think there's only one thing I lack to make me a perfectly happy woman. I'd like to see a whale.
Mama, we saw 2. They were delegates to the convention. I'll find you one.
Papa, ask me something. Ask me a question.
How big's the ocean?
Papa, you're teasing me.
Well,
It's 360 million square miles, and it covers 3/4 of the Earth's surface, and its deepest place is 5.5 miles deep, and its average depth is 12,000 feet. No, Papa, ask me something hard, really hard.
Anyway, I'm going off to buy those raincoats. I think this bad weather's gonna get worse, and you have your broadcast to make. I think we've got about an hour or so.
I hope the storm comes and goes.
Henry! Henry! George? I think it's gonna be one of those storms where you'd be just as safe or safer on land as you would in the sea in a good stout boat.
Mama, there's a boat at the end of the pier.
Oh, well, keep your eye on it. George, you shut your eyes and get some rest before you broadcast.
Thundering Judas, do I have to be told when to open and shut my eyes? Go and buy your raincoats.
Children, you have 10 minutes to run around. 10 minutes. Henry, control yourself. Gladys, stay by your brother and don't get lost. You'll be all right, George. Whoa, you low commoners! Yes, a man's got a right to bring his wife to a convention if he wants to. What's the matter with the family, anyway? That's what I'd like to know. What else have they got to offer?
Here she comes.
What's he doing?
He's ready for you, dear. Bite your lips, take a long deep breath, and come up.
Oh, I'm nervous. My whole future depends on this. I am nervous.
Don't be a fool. What more could you ask for? He's 45, his head's a little dizzy, and he's just been elected president. He's never known any other woman than his wife. When he looks at her, he realizes that she knows every foolish thing he's ever done.
You know, every time I start one of these things, I get nervous.
You make me tired.
Okay, well, first tell me my fortune. Mr. Antrobus? Mr. Antrobus, dare I speak to you a moment?
Certainly. Miss Fairweather.
Oh, Mr. Antrobus, I've been so unhappy. I've been wanting to make sure you don't think I'm the sort of girl that goes in for beauty contests.
That's the way.
Oh, I understand. I understand perfectly.
Give it a little more. Lean on it.
You see, I knew you would. Just this morning, my mother said to me, Louie, she said, that fine Mr. Antrobus gave you the prize because he knew you weren't the sort of girl that goes in for a thing like that. But honestly, Mr. Antrobus, honestly, yours? Oh, I think Mrs. Antrobus is the finest woman I ever saw. You know, I wish I was like her.
There. There's room for all kinds of people in the world, Miss Fairweather.
How wonderful of you to say that. How generous. Mr. Antrobus, have you a moment free? I may be a little conspicuous here, but I was wondering if you'd like to come down just for a moment to my beach cabana.
Why, yes, certainly. For a moment. Just for a moment.
Because there's a deck chair there. Because you know you do look tired. Just this morning, my mother said to me, Lenny, she said, I do hope that Mr. Antrobus is getting enough rest. His fine, strong face is getting deep lines in it. Now, isn't it true, Mr. Antrobus? You work too hard.
Bingo!
Yes. Now you would just stretch out. I shan't say a word. Not a word. I would just sit here privileged. That's what I am.
My dear Miss Fairweather, you'll spoil me.
Just a moment, there's something I have to say to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to play this particular scene tonight. It's just a short scene, and we're going to skip it. But if I tell you all what takes place, will we be alright to continue from then on? Is that okay? Yep. Now, in this scene, me and Mr. Antrobus, we have a conversation. And in it, he decides to leave his wife, to divorce Reno, and marry Steve, doesn't he? So that's all. So now I've told you all you need to know. We can continue the play from then on, where you say...
Lights, please. Hannah, we've got to play the scene.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Amy, but I won't. I've told the audience all they need to know, so we can carry on.
Why can't you play it?
Because there are some lines in this scene that would hurt some people's feelings. I don't think the theatre is a place where people's feelings ought to get hurt.
Hannah, if you don't read these lines, then I'll get the understudy to do it, and I'll report you to the head of performing arts, Jeff Wilcox.
Oh, well, if Jeff Wilcox tries to penalise me, I will drive the case right up to the High Court, and I send the understudy up to the corner for a cup of coffee. Everybody is making me get so excited to go to see it.
What's the matter with the scene?
Why can't you play it?
If you must know, I have a personal guest in the audience tonight. Her life hasn't exactly been a happy one. I wouldn't have my friend hear some of those lines for the whole world. I don't suppose it occurred to the author that some of the women have gone through the experience of losing their husbands this way.
Hannah.
Yeah, wild horses wouldn't tell you from the details of my friend's life.
Hannah, your
Well,
friend
they've been
will
married
forgive
20
you.
years.
Your friend will forgive you, whoever you are. Please, you must read these
No,
lines.
nothing will make you say some of those lines. Oh, that one about how a man outgrows a wife every 7 years. No, and the
You
one,
just said it.
and the one about how the Mohammedans are the only ones that
Hannah,
can
you're
scare
saying the
subjects
lines
from
now.
our face. No,
Hannah, stop.
Nothing.
You can go to the dressing room. I'll read your lines.
Now everybody's nerves are on edge. Well done, look what you've done.
Are you sure, Dom?
Well, I've got a script, so the audience needs to know what's going on, so I'll just read the lines.
Where do you want to go from?
Well, it's fine, but they need to know what's happening, so I'll go from Miss and George. Kieran, do you want to go from Miss and George?
Go from Miss and George.
Listen, George.
Don't do the voice.
Don't do the voice. Listen, George. Other people haven't got feelings, not in the same way we have. We who are presidents like you and prize winners like me. Listen, other people haven't got feelings, they just imagine they have. Within 2 weeks, they go back to playing bridge and going to the movies. Listen, dear. Everybody in the world, except a few people like you and me, are just people of straw. Most people have no insides at all. Now that you're president, you'll see that. Listen, darling. There's a kind of secret society at the top of the world, like you and me, that know this. The world was made for us. What is life, anyway? Except for 2 things. Pleasure. Power. Well, that's it. You know it is. Except for those two things, life is nauseating. So, come here.
So, can we skip the kiss?
Skip the kiss.
You don't mind?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes, skip the kiss. Hannah, you've already said half of the lines anyway, so if you wouldn't mind just reading them, please. I'm struggling.
All right, leave it to the emotional.
Thank you.
Listen, George.
No, I can't get back into it that easily. It's been traumatized. My wife is a very obstinate woman. Then you say la da da da. Lily, Miss Fairweather, it won't be easy to lay all this before my wife. Hurt her feelings a little.
Listen, George. Other people haven't got feelings. Well, not in the same way we have. You see, we who are presidents like you and prize winners like me. Oh, listen. Other people haven't got feelings. They just imagine they have. Within 2 weeks, they go back to playing bridge or going to the movies. Oh, listen. Everybody in the whole world, except a few people like you and me, our people are strong. Most people have no insides at all. Now that you're president, you'll see that. Oh, listen. There's a kind of secret society at the top of the world, like you and me, that know this. The world was made for us. But what is life anyway? Except the two things. Pleasure and power. What is life? Boredom? Foolishness? You know it is. Except for these two things. Life is nauseating. So, come here. So, when your wife comes, it's really very simple. You just tell her.
Oh, Lily, you're a wonderful woman.
Oh, of course I am.
Gladys!
Mama, here I am.
Gladys Angelus, where did you get those dreadful things?
What? Papa liked the color.
Just go back to the hotel this minute.
I won't. I won't. Papa liked the color.
All right, you stay right here. I've a good mind to let your father see you that way. Just stay right here.
I don't want to stay if
Oh,
you don't think he'd like it.
oh, it's all one to me. I don't care. I don't care if the biggest storm in the whole world comes. Let it come. Where's your brother?
He'll be here.
Will he? Well, we'll let him get into trouble. I don't know where your father is, I'm sure.
I think he's talking to the lady in the red dress.
Is he? Well, we'll wait until he's through. Come and sit here by me. Oh, Gladys, what are you crying for?
You don't like my stockings!
Miss Edgeworth, thank God we found you, Miss Edgeworth. You won't have to know what Miss Edgeworth is. We've been searching everywhere for him. It's about time for his broadcast.
I expect he'll be here in a minute.
If he doesn't the show, you consent to broadcast in his place?
No, I won't. I haven't a single thing to say.
Then won't you help them find him?